Hi guys, what's going on? I'm real tired, but I'm here. I was gonna do like belated Stack Saturday, but honestly, I'm still fucking tired. So I'm just gonna draw birds. I hope you guys are okay with that. I'm just gonna draw me some birds. It works and stuff. What's going on? Oh god, microphone. Go where I want you to go. Whee! Hit Cass! What up, Cass? Hit you! What's happening? Coughing and trying to live? Yep. That sounds about right. You do love you some birds. That is real true. Yeah, dude, you're fine. I actually, the playlist is pretty long as it is, so if you don't get to it for a little while, that's fine. I actually had to take something out, though. I was uploading some stuff, I was, exporting some stuff to YouTube. I haven't actually published them yet, but I was, exporting, as private videos so that I could, you know, edit the thumbnails and whatever, ahead of time before, you know, posting them and then editing them, but, the Braid Lullaby set kept flagging my videos. Twitch wasn't, or no, Twitch was grabbing them too. Twitch was, anytime that song, I think I had three separate streams that it, like, murderized those, towards the end, because that particular track came on, so I don't know why Braid did it of all things, but it did not like the Braid soundtrack, so, or that, it didn't like that particular Braid song, the Lullaby set, so I just took it out of the playlist. Weird. I don't know. I don't understand music copyright stuff. Not a big deal. But yay, birds! What's up, Nazaruk? Welcome to another Axie is Real Tired stream. Featuring me. Being real tired. Braid soundtrack isn't composed for the game. It's licensed. Oh, it's licensed music. I thought it was obscure stuff that wouldn't get flagged. It's funny because the other, there's another one you have on here. Romanesca, that either has not played on the stream yet or has not does not flag. So I don't know. But I had to take Lullaby set off the soundtrack, so weird. And playing a bourbon starbound? Yes. What does it mean to play a burb in Starbound? I don't really know anything about Starbound. I looked it up the other night because you guys were talking about it, and I was like, I want to know what this game is. The Braid soundtrack was made for the game too, but when I was looking it up for my Reddit quizzes a few weeks back, I discovered it's actually all licensed. Interesting. Yeah, I would have thought they would have made their own music. It's not. I guess we thought wrong. It was cheaper to license than hire a composer. I guess that makes sense, yeah. Unless you can get somebody to, like, you know, like a friend who needs to do it for a portfolio or something, or somebody who's willing to do it for a portion of the profits, which is very few people. I guess it makes sense that it would be really expensive to actually, like, full out hire somebody, so Oh well, happens. Certainly, way less things are getting flagged now that we're doing indie music, so that's a good start, I would say. So. There are burbs, and there's also an aquatic race called Hydrolotls. Are they axolotls? Because if so, we might have to get that game. Vaguely axolotlish. Oh yeah, they are vaguely axolotl. The male has the axolotl look. Female doesn't have any gills at all, so yeah, no. But I'm guessing you're playing an avian. Oh my god, the girl avian is so cute. Oh, look how great they are. That's fun. Hey, Charmander, what's going on? Welcome to Axie is slightly tired and will probably babble a lot. Oh, tablet, please. Stay upright. Remain in the upright position. So let me tell you guys about my adventure today, being an adult and cleaning. So, because it actually is sort of unfortunate. Literally every time I try to make water for my fish tanks, like filter my water, I end up making a huge fucking mess for some reason. Like, the universe just hates me. So this time I was, like, real extra careful. Like, I made sure I set all my alarms, and I kept myself busy cleaning the house instead of sitting down and zoning out to a video game or a YouTube video or whatever. Like, I was real careful this time to make sure that I didn't flood my bathroom again, making water for my fish tanks. And, I'm in the kitchen, I'm cleaning, my alarm on my phone goes off, so I'm like, cool, sweet, I can go, switch the water filter from, because I have a hose that goes from my sink, into the machine that filters the water, and then a hose goes from that into a bucket, and I was like, oh, cool, sweet, I'll just go change the bucket, and I go into the bathroom, and the bathroom floor is just, like, an eighth of an inch of water. There's just water all over my bathroom. Because, apparently, despite the fact that I had set up everything to go the way it was supposed to, the hose popped out of the bucket, the little holder on the side of the bucket that, like, is supposed to hold the hose in place. It did not. And so my bathroom got flooded anyway. So for, like, 20 minutes, the water was just running from the filter machine onto my floor. It was beautiful. Great. Hey, Sully, what's going on? Yeah, ridiculously tired and unmotivated. Yep, that's me right now. Mostly because I know I have to go to work tomorrow. This weekend was, like, way too short. I had so much other stuff I wanted to do this weekend and just did not get to it at all. Some sort of chaos is going down tomorrow. I assume that's probably what's gonna happen. You wish you had work? You want to go to work for me? Literally all that's going to happen tomorrow is they're going to tell me to keep drawing more characters for a project I have already drawn way too many things for. And then, my boss is going to get mad, and then I'm going to have to throw it all out. So, like, I know tomorrow is just going to be just a pointless blur. Oh, let me give you guys a fun, interesting piece of information I found out today. So I was trying to come up with a cool name for for Rayquaza, because I caught a Rayquaza on Pokemon Go today, and I was looking on the Wikipedia page for the atmosphere, trying to figure the Earth's atmosphere, trying to see if there was like a word or a person's name or something that jumped out to me that would be like a really cool badass Rayquaza name. I know a lot of people name their Rayquazas after the dragon from Dragon Ball Z, but I've never watched Dragon Ball Z, so I don't want to do that. And apparently the guy one of the pioneers of studying the atmosphere, apparently his name is Richard Assman. That is like 100% his actual last name, just Assman. Shenron? Yeah, that one. A lot of people name their Rayquazas that, but I've never watched Dragon Ball Z, or read Dragon Ball Z, or any of that, so I figured it doesn't make any sense for me to name my Rayquaza that. So yeah, Richard Assman, one of the pioneers of studying the atmosphere. That's like the most unfortunate last name. It's spelled like A-S-S-M-A-A-N, I think. I think that was how it was spelled. It's just beautiful. Could name it after you. I ended up naming it Volvagia from Ocarina of Time. I actually switched some names around so I could do that because I didn't know what to name. I don't know what to name a Charizard. So I had it named that, but it doesn't really fit Charizard because Volvagia is like a fire serpent, so like a serpent, so it doesn't fit Charizard really. And so I actually switched my Charizard's name to Iroh after Uncle Iroh from Avatar, and then just changed, just let my Rayquaza be it. Smog's a good one too, but Smog's a good one for Charizard, yeah. Well, it is done. If I come up with something better, then I'll do that, but... What up, Lorne? Moldy pasta noodle. Hey. He's the best. He's so cool. And also stupid powerful, and it's dumb. But, you know, he's still fucking cool. You'd love to have that for my name for certain filmmaking. Richard Assman would be a really good last name if you were in a particular industry. And they'd be, you know, if you tell people your name, you'd be like, oh yes, I'm Richard Assman, and they would laugh and be like, oh haha, what's your real name? And no, that's actually my last name. Whoa. Sound effects. Whoa! You subbed. Thank you for the sub. Oh, Haku would be a good name too. I saw shiny Poochyena in a gym near my house. Oh, yeah, speaking of shiny fucking Pokemon, let's break it down, right? So, shiny Pokemon. What was it, early last week or late the week before that? I don't know. You know, they had like literally 16 million Swablues like everywhere because all these new Pokemon came out. And they like dominated everything for like 2 weeks or whatever. Yeah, I managed to catch a total of 768 Swablu throughout the event, and not a single one was shiny. And then immediately after that was the Love Disc event, and over the 2 days I just caught as many Love Disc as I could. Not because I hate Love Disc. I fucking hate Alomomola just so much, and Love Disc should have been Alomomola, and it just isn't. But I was catching them anyway because they came in shiny. I caught about 700 of those and didn't get a shiny. And now Poochyena's everywhere, and I just don't even know what to do. Oh, that's okay. Well, you know, thanks for the sub anyway. I'm sorry that it exploded and let everybody know, but you know, I appreciate it. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, a couple Pokemon can be shiny now, but it's like only specific ones, and they're not as... I don't think they're supposed to be as rare as they are in the regular games, but it doesn't mean that I don't have the worst luck in the world. Poochyena's alright. I would not consider Poochyena one of my favorite Pokemon. I wouldn't really even consider it, like, anywhere remotely close to a top 10. He's not my favorite. But that does not mean that other people can't like him. I'm pretty sure Mightyena is supposed to be, like, or Mightyena, or however the fuck you pronounce it. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a hyena, though, so I don't really understand why it's out for the Year of the Dog event, because it's not a dog. It's a hyena, but fucking Entei Raikou's a thing, so I guess Nintendo stopped giving a fuck. This one's gonna wear pants, because why not? He just has pants now, because I can. And Zigzagoon a lot more. Yeah. My problem with Gen 3, I feel like it's really hard for me to decide, because Gen 3 and 4 are really kind of boring to me. Just for no reason. I don't hate them, they're just not my favorite. But I think part of it's because Gen 3 just feels like a whole lot of... They feel like... It just feels like a million, like, Route 1 encounters. Like, every Pokemon in Gen 1, or in Gen 3 feels like a Route 1 encounter. Like, I remember just drowning in almost all of them at some point in my life. Kecleon's great, and I'm really mad Kecleon's not in Pokemon Go yet. I'm also really mad that Kecleon's shiny form is, like, the worst thing ever. Alright, I'm gonna put those in. I think. Got it. Alright, so last ones. And then we're gonna do color, you guys! Oh my god, we're gonna actually finally get to color on this nonsense. It's gonna be great. Kecleon's real cool. I like Kecleon. But he's not in Pokemon Go yet. Why are you not the level 99 Kecleon? No. All the Pokemon that have, really weird abilities take a little bit to get into the game because Niantic has to figure out how to make them work, I think. So, like, Smeargle's not in the game yet because they can't figure out how to make Sketch work. And, they took a little while to get Delibird into the game because Delibird's only attack is present. What else? There's a couple Gen 3 Pokemon that aren't in yet also. I don't think Spinda's in the game yet. Probably because Spinda comes in literally a billion colors. The encounter rates were my issue in Gen 3 as well. Halfway through the game, you were still finding Zigzagoon. He's cute, but come on. Well, yeah, and the thing is like, literally in every town, there was, like, a Pokemon that you were just like, oh my fucking god, get out of here, stop it. Like, you know, Route 1, it was like, you had, like, what? It was Wingull and Pelipper, Tailo and Swellow, and then there was also Poochyena and Mightyena, Zigzagoon, and Linoon. Like, that was just, I know it's the same amount as Gen 1 because it was, you know, it's like the Pidgey and Fearow, or the Pidgey and Spearow, and the Caterpie and Weedle. Like, I get it. It just felt like, oh yeah, and then of course the Wormhole. So you're already like drowning in Pokemon to start out with, and I don't know. And then just everywhere in the game, it's like that. You just see Wingull forever, and you're drowning in Wailmer, and you're drowning in Nummels, and you're drowning in like just everything. I just felt like there was a lot in Gen 3 that it was like you were always on Route 1. Because there was like every route had like Whismur, you know, like Whismur was fucking everywhere. I didn't hate Gen 3. I didn't even really hate Gen 4. They're not my favorite for that reason. I felt like it was just all it was all just Route 1 forever. Hey, Briar! And no, Charmander, you haven't told us the origin behind your username. So, I don't know. I think I am too. I think I'm misremembering. Whismer was only in 3 places. Yeah, I must be misremembering. It's been a little while since I played them. Yeah, I feel like I remember seeing them in more places than that, but that must be it. Yes, lurkin, lurkin, lurk. Have a good bath. Hopefully it helps you not feel like you're dying. Zigzagoons everywhere, though. I chose the name Level 99 Charmander because it helps subtly express my depression and feeling that I will never hit my full potential. Aww. Aw, Charmander, you're not useless. But I can understand that feeling. I'm not gonna pretend like your feelings aren't valid, because, that's how you feel. We all love you. And even if you don't ever become a Charizard, we'll still love you even as a Charmander. But an Emerald, they cut it back to 5. Probably because they realized it was the worst thing ever. Why I'm worrying about this hand so much, because it's in the background. You are literally never going to see this character. How do hands work? But if you were a level 99 Kecleon, then you would have already reached your full potential. Kecleon doesn't get any better than that. It is the best that it can be right from the beginning. Kecleon. Oh, hey! Second, because I can't see the bird. Can't see the Jedoa. Give me some apple gravy to slurp. I spent like $50 on Coral, so you are not alone in buying things you didn't need. I liked Gen 6. It was kind of... I know it was kind of derpy, but I don't know. I liked it. I liked Gen 6 a lot. I wouldn't say it was my favorite, but I liked it well enough. how to draw small child arms. Probably not like this. What did you buy for your aquarium that was considered unnecessary? Baby board. Gen games were boring. I don't know why though. Just playing it, nothing sticks out. It's bad exactly. They were kind of, yeah, they were kind of like a middle of the ground, like a middle of the road thing for me. Like I don't know. I enjoyed them, but I wouldn't say they were my favorite. It's really hard to draw. By the way, in case you were curious, this is actually way harder than it looks. Because they bounce. And I think that was maybe why I liked 6th Gen so much, was because you could customize the character, and so it kind of felt like I felt more immersed in the game. I guess maybe that's why it was so interesting to me. And maybe that was why I didn't like Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire that much, because they sort of took that away from you then. Like, it was like, oh, look at this cool thing you can do where you can make your character your own story. Oh, never mind. My favorite was still, Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Mechanically and variety-wise, Gen 6 was the best. I liked the battle types. The battle types were interesting. I didn't get super into them, but, you know, I remember them. The nice thing about the thing I liked about 6th Gen, I think, so much, was that I felt like I could actually do some of, like, the metagame type stuff. Like, I felt like for the first time I was really good at not really good, but I was good enough at Wi-Fi battling. Maybe that's why 6th Gen stands out to me so much. Not because the game itself was really good, but because it was the first time I was ever, like, old enough to know what the fuck I was doing. That and the cafe things, I grinded for fucking hours in the cafes trying to get, like, leveling up my competitive teams and, you know, leveling up shinies and all that good stuff. Like, maybe that's what it was. You could pet your Pokemon. Yes, you could. Pet a Quags. Or a god of... Okay. Fortune was the other one you took remotely seriously as far as competitive, yeah. You like how I took that hand? Not up. The reason I don't like competitive Gen 6 and 7 is less gameplay and more the fact that the majority of the OU Pokemon were like Pokemon I'd put in the bottom 25%. Yeah. That's fair. I didn't really like Sky Battles that much, but the other ones were pretty cool. To be honest, I actually fucking love Klefki. He's so cute. It's so stupid. It's like such a dumb design for a Pokemon, but I kind of love it a lot. What the fuck is going on with that? Alright, hang on 1 second. That's better. I do have to agree with you guys on the competitive thing, though. Yeah, it was kind of, after a while, you got kind of tired of seeing the same shit over and over. I stopped taking competitive really seriously, and I just battled with the things I liked. I literally had a team for a while that was just, like, all my favorite Pokemon. Just, like, I picked Pokemon I liked and just built a team, and it was the worst thing ever, because I would get destroyed by everything. But at least I was having fun. I always had to have stupid nicknames for my Pokemon, too. Like, I gave them, like, real names. Another bird. Need one more bird. You guys remember this? I grabbed the hair off of one of these guys. This bird kid's gonna have that hairstyle. Speaking of Link, Breath of the Wild is hilarious. Like the part where you go up the mountain to talk to the old man or whatever, and I just, the whole time I was like, wow, Skyrim is weird looking on the Switch. Oh, it's so funny. I also keep blowing myself up with shit. Like they gave me the bomb rune, and I was like, oh shit, this is gonna go bad. Like my life in that game in Breath of the Wild went south so bad, so fast as soon as I got the bombs, because I kept blowing myself up with them because I'm fucking stupid. I kept trying to put them away with L, and that's not the button you use, so, you know. Yeah, I was really bored yesterday, and I was messing around with my Switch, and I was like, you know what? I'm not doing anything. I should play Wild. I have not met any precious burbs. I made it down the plateau, and I kidnapped a horse, and I rode it all the way to the horse stable area, and then I found out you could get Epona, so I got Epona, and that's where I left. So I have not met any precious burbs yet. But I am looking forward to it. Playing Breath of the Wild, I put on master mode, and tricked my brother into playing it. Hit my shoulder and just dropped my... That was an idiot. Wait until you try shield surfing down a mountain on a pot lid and it breaks and you need 3 fairies to survive the trip down. That left Jedoan looks like a creepypasta without the black outline, just the red. Oh. Yeah. A little bit. I don't know what this one's arm, but hopefully I won't have to... Oh. Well. Alright, friend. You don't need to have your arms up, right? Pretty interesting so far. Eating up stuff's pretty fun. Cooking's pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember what's going on with that, so... Just... I bought myself Mario Kart. I love Mario Kart, I'm so good at it. Alright, birds, and then they can just... I'm actually gonna leave them not outlined. I'm gonna draw the... Actually, no. Yeah, I'm gonna maybe draw them as a silhouette, so I'm gonna not guys in. Make sure I save the sketch for when I need it. Okay. So, let's grab... Oh, let's grab the sketch layer. Guys are the background. Where is foreground peep and foreground together, honestly. I mean, do you guys want to play Jackbox games? Is that something you guys are interested in maybe doing? Because if you're interested in doing it, I'll do it. I wasn't really planning on it, but if it's something you guys want to do, we could play some. We could play some games. Could do some thingy and stuff. Yes, you guys want to do it? Alright. Guess we will not be getting to color tonight then. I can't stay up super late, but if we're gonna do Stack Saturdays stuff. Yes! Another zombie apocalypse, yes. You were really good at that. We'll do color next time. Tomorrow we get to continue genociding the shit out of Undertale, so that's fun. Did someone say genocide? Me. I did. Let me take a poll in the chat, because if we don't have enough people to do it, then I'm gonna skip it, because it's kind of it's gonna be a little bit of an impromptu Stack Saturday type of deal. How many people in the chat are gonna want to play Jackbox games tonight? Like, if I were to switch to Jackbox games in a minute, how many of you would want to play? We probably wouldn't do a drawing one tonight, honestly. I would probably do the monster one again. Or something new if you guys wanted to try something else. 1, 2, 4. 4. Then me makes 5. 5 is... Five's okay. Yeah, we can do 5. We'll try it with 5. I don't know how the monster dating one works with 5 people. I know the drawing ones aren't as, like, it takes more rounds to finish them, and they're just kind of, they're weird with less than, like, 6 people. But the monster one might be okay. The monster is better with 7 to 8. Let me post in the Discord and see if anybody else wants to play that's not here. Because right now only 5 of you voted that you would play. Charmander, Dyer, Ella, Rook. I really want to try to, like, get back into Stack Saturday stuff. You know, I know I've been slacking on that, and I know you guys are, like, you know, you're kind of okay with it, but I still feel bad, because I promised you guys we'd do all this stuff, like play games and whatever, and we haven't really been, and work's been kind of, you know. So, I just haven't really, like, felt this great desire to do anything, because I just don't want to do anything. It really bugs me that his finger is, like, almost tangenting with that wall, but better. Here, let me post in the Discord and see if anybody else is around. Pretty much all the people who would normally play are here already. You're the only artist I've seen who's bothered by the tangent thing, and it bothers me too. Yeah, no, it drives me absolutely insane. It flattens the shit out of an image so fast if you tangent things. That's actually my biggest complaint about the artwork on Flight Rising. That's tangenting a little bit too, but I'm gonna leave it. Yeah, tangents absolutely drive me bonkers. Tangents? It's like... Nope. App Store, please. The description of this picture is like... yeah, that. It's when, like, the flow of a line, or, like, in this case, it's, like, when the lines touch each other. So, like, in this example, like, his finger and his ear are touching the edge of the frame, and that you should just not ever do that anyway, but the more important one is that the horizon line, like, background thing is touching his elbows, and if you lower it a little bit, it looks way better. Yeah, tangents are a sin. And what was bugging me was that the back of his finger was, like, almost touching the wall there, and so it flattens the image because suddenly he looks like he's touching the wall. If you have less of a tail, like, as long as he's overlapping. But... yeah, those bug me. So I try to avoid that as much as possible. Yeah, but, like, that's one of the things that bugs me about Flight Rising's artwork, is that, like, every single character has a tangent. Like, every single dragon on Flight Rising has a tangent somewhere. And it's just, like, the worst thing ever. Because if the artist had just scooched a line over, like, 3 pixels, it would have been great. But, alas. Like, let's go on an adventure and critique other people's art. If I could fucking spell, that would be great. I hate this keyboard. Like, oh, who has it really bad? Who was it? One. The spirals are pretty bad, really. These guys. Hi, Phoneticus, what's going on? Welcome to the chat. We're critiquing artwork. Like right here, the this arm gets entirely lost because it's tangenting with the back of his back. So, like, when I look at this dragon, I always forget that it has front arms because it has it gets lost in the silhouette. You don't see it. His wing is touching his tail a little bit. That horn is touching his back. These horns are touching the tail. Like, little things like that bug me now. The other dragons aren't as bad, like this Imperial, you know, the wing touches the back. I don't know, the tangents bug the shit out of me. I like Flight Rising's art a lot. I used to really like Jennifer Pfeffer's work. She was one of my favorite artists for a long time, until I realized that she does not care about anyone, so then I stopped giving a shit. Background. Okay, you're coming... Whoa, 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 Photoshop. Photoshop, please. Need fill. Hit ground. So we'll pick you all together. You can tell that the designs never had a silhouette test. Yep. 100%. Yeah, I don't know. It was like... and like a lot of the art on that website's like that. I really like her style a lot, but she's not. Oh. Unfortunate tangent. Come here. Fetch. That. Oh, thanks, dude. I'm working on this on and off for several weeks. I've been doing commission stuff in between, so I haven't had a lot of time to work on this, but it's coming along very slowly. We're getting there. I'll zoom out in a second so you can see it all at once. I just want to finish. Are you an artist also? Phoneticus? 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 How do you pronounce your name? I feel like I'm butchering it repeatedly, and... yeah. The flip test? Yup. How big is this piece? That is an excellent question. This piece is approximately, 7,000 pixels wide. This is a really huge fucking piece, and it takes 16 years to save. Fanta? Fanta? I can do Fanta. Okay. That explains why I'm derping on how to pronounce it. French names scare me. Not really. I just don't know how to pronounce them. Emo, please. Don't die. Why are you coughing up blood? You must live. I can only have one friend dying of coughing right now. And Cass has already taken up that slot, so, you know. Please. Live. Survive. What was this pick even for again? Also, where is your eyeball? Let me put your eyeball back in. There we go. This pick is for... one? This one. It's not gonna show up at all. It's gonna go in this box, and you're not gonna see any of the details, and it's gonna be awesome. Meant to go on the ref sheet thing, all this effort and detail will be lost. So, I'm gonna post this as a separate thing. I like to make my art really big, so that, if I ever need it for something else, like to print, or for, like, a header on something, I can. I may take a cropping of this for the reference sheet. I may take, like, you know, I may grab, like, that much. You know, I might not grab all of it. Because it's definitely gonna get lost. I 100% agree with you. Yep. So, just so that it's here, and it is what it is, and, you know, we're doing the most. Oh, Fanta, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the Axie Stack. If you're interested, we have a Discord, so if you are an artist, we got a Discord, and you can join it if you want, and share your art. If you are not an artist, we still have fun friends. We like to hang out and make stupid memes. That's basically all. Do you have a big-ass hard drive to store this big baby? Oh yeah, I got plenty of storage space. Let's talk to my Mac. How much? Yeah, dudes, I got like 500 gigabytes left. This document's actually not that big. It's like 600 megabytes, so it's like half a gig. I ain't an artist, I'm trash. I just draw during classes and shit. Hey, you know what? Drawing during classes and shit's pretty good. Sometimes you just gotta do you. That's all I used to do. I used to draw in class, like, all the time. I should actually probably do a detail test in a second. Like, I should probably zoom out and see how much, of this detail actually gets lost, because that's gonna be fun. Can you please select that little space? Thank you. If you type !Discord, it will give you, Axolotl will provide it for you. Oh, or, yep, yeah, there he is. There you are. And fingers crossed that link works, because Axolotl is an asshole, I think. I think he does that on purpose. Forgets on purpose. More friends for the stack. Stack shall grow to the heavens. Alright, and then we'll get next layer. Oh, good. Nope. Have to unselect all of that. Axolotl, you're too cute. Axolotl just tries his best. He's here. He's doing the most. Yeah, sure. As Dustbot? Yeah, Dustbot seems like a real charmer. I think Axolotl's better now. Like, I think I fixed whatever was wrong with him, that he couldn't, give the Discord link out correctly, or whatever. Because the new link seems to be functional, so that's a thing. Axolotl is bae. I think Axolotl loves you too. Look at that face. Look at that smile. That award-winning smile. Oh. Let's see. That hole. And unselect. This is way faster than coloring everything. Now I can be a messy asshole when I draw. Inside of your legs, get anything else that I need to select and or deselect. Do it. However, select that. Because it's a hole. There's a hole in that. The background is nice and easy. Just and bam. After all these Jedoa, you could probably draw them in your sleep. I can already draw them in my sleep, dude. Birds forever. All the birds, all the time. I just really all these buildings. Derpa derpa derp. We need to wait a moment for my computer to figure out what it's doing. Headset, please. My headset's like, oh, I'm gonna shut down now. What? I'm not gonna lie, I definitely forgot to ask the Discord. Sorry, guys. I know I'm the worst. I like playing Jackbox game with you guys, I'm just real tired. A little too tired to entertain at the moment. I kinda need some just chill. I need to chill for a little while. I need to thank you for helping me embrace my wand tool more. Yes. Oh, the wand tool. The wand tool saves lives. Jackbox is a, it's a game. It's a series of party games that, you can play on your mobile device, so you can play them on your cell phone or whatever, but they're really good for streaming like this because, only I have to have the game, and you guys just have to have access to a browser. Which, watching the stream, you probably have access to a browser. So, yeah, it's like a smaller party games meant for a whole bunch of people. I usually play them on, well, I say usually, as if that was the, you know, that's the plan. The plan is, and I'm gonna start, I promise you guys, I'm gonna stick to my schedule next weekend. We're definitely gonna play Jackbox next week. But pretty much what it is we're gonna start doing Stack Saturdays. So Axie Stack Saturdays, is basically, I draw for like an hour, and then we play Jackbox games for the rest of the night. And anybody who's in the chat can participate. Subscribers to the channel get to vote on what game we play. If they get first pick, I should say. If the subscribers don't have a preference, then we just do whatever, but the subscribers get to have first pick. at what game we play, and pretty much, yeah, we just play party games, and it's pretty fun. So we're gonna start doing them on Saturdays. I believe, yeah, next Saturday is gonna be a stack. Is gonna be a game stack Saturday. So, yeah, we'll do a little bit of art and then games, and then actually, let you guys know, not this coming Thursday, but the following Thursday, we're gonna do the first ever, subscriber, like I was calling it, sub sketch night. So I'm just gonna work on art, but if there's any subscribers in the chat that wanna ask for artwork, you can just be like, hey, you should draw me this thing, and I'll just draw the thing. And then, at the end of that night, we'll do a raffle for the whole chat. The whole chat will get a raffle. So that's, kind of a Thursday's my day where I can't be in the stream. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, that's unfortunate. So I just realized that this is going off into space. Not actually going anywhere. I'm going to move this. I'll move this line. Little something to give back to those of you who, you know, give me $5 a month to exist. Anything. As long as it fits my normal terms of conditions and you are subscribed. Only subscribers can ask for, free art that on Thursday, though. Don't feel like drawing curved lines again, so we're just gonna do it this way. And then the Saturday following that's gonna be the first movie night, so we're gonna figure out how that works. Cass's movie night was super fun. We had an awesome time at her movie night, so I'm hoping that we will have as much fun. We'll watch something, I don't know what, but we'll get there. We'll get there when we get there. I think for future deal, I think if you won the last freebie raffle, I think you won't be able to win the next one. I also am kind of thinking maybe subscribers. My only issue is that PayPal isn't letting me use money, otherwise I would sub. That's weird. I don't know why PayPal wouldn't let you use your money. A lot of people are subbed with Amazon Prime, to be honest. It counts. Okay. No colors on it. Don't even care. Lines on it, rather. I'm still working out the specifics of things. For future reference, so you guys know that's kind of the plan. I don't think the person who actually requested Shantae in the playlist has to be in the art stream since it was had, though. Oh, has been in the stream. That's pretty funny, actually. Me, I've been here every chance I get. Incorrect. Well, hopefully you're enjoying your music. I'm gonna grab a building up front. Some of these up close buildings. I feel like doing the foreground. I want to color. I really just want to color. Wow, how dare you forget. Just the worst. Don't ever think that I'm not, because I'm it's just a prank, bro. I hate to be that person that says they don't have enough money. It gives any hardworking artist shit, but I generally would love a commission. Aw. Well, I mean, I know a lot of you guys, you know, I know a lot of you guys are still like in high school or in college or just are a working individual who needs their money for things other than art. So, I just enjoy that you guys come and hang out with me, even if you can't, you know, pay to have a commission or subscribe to me. You know, I just appreciate that you guys want to even come and hang out with me at all. This kind of really makes my week, and I've been really tired lately, and I feel really bad that I've been so tired, but just work is draining the shit out of me, and this, you know, streaming, even when only, like, a couple people come to the streaming has just been such a, like, positive point in my day. I enjoy doing this so much, because you guys are awesome. This has been a really cool community, and I know I'm not super active in the Discord, because, again, my life is just a vortex of chaos at the moment. But you know, you guys are awesome, and you're the best. And I'm hoping to try to do more stuff for you guys. And just tonight, I'm just a little too tired for... Because the thing about Jackbox games, they're really fun to play, but as a streamer, you have to commentate over them, and it's not just a conversation, it's sort of, you know, making jokes and stuff too, and it's just a little more effort than I need right now. But we love you too. I love everybody. Everybody's great. This is a great community. You guys are awesome. So hopefully work stops being crazy after Chinese New Year's over, and then my life will go back to normal, and then I won't, you know, I won't be tired on the weekends, because I literally slept until noon yesterday, because I was just so fucking tired. Chinese New Year really threw up a lot of stuff. You keep saying you guys are awesome. I'm a broken record. Pretty sure I'm a broken record, but I mean it. It's just, I only have so many words. Charmander, you are like here every single stream. You have to be awesome because you're here literally all the time. Fuck. But, like, hopefully once Chinese New Year, like I said, once Chinese New Year, my life should hopefully slow down, maybe? Or if, like, my boss would just go on vacation. That would be great, too. He could just leave. That would be all. Because he was supposed to go to Japan last week, and then he didn't, and then everything... And I was just exhausted. You guys are gonna have to fight now. Yeah, words are hard. Words are the worst. I don't know why they exist. Words are stupid. Ah, look, a beam. I drew a thing, you guys. Look at that. Get me drawing stuff. I'm chaotic, neutral, fight me. Always use your layers to your advantage, by the way. That's my Axie's art tip of the day. Use your layers to your advantage. Instead of tediously drawing around the edges of this beam that I colored in, because I'm stupid and colored the beam on the top first, you just put a layer underneath. And color just over the things that are in the That's what you do. That's the plan. Alright. You're here! Hooray! Bring it, I'm amorphous. Jesus! Hey, no fighting in the chat, you guys. We're all friends here. There's a brawl going on. We're about to start. I don't know what's going on. I think you guys are about to start fighting. We'll take it outside. Yes. Go fight in the alley or something. Google's the word. Oh. Amoebas. Oh, okay. So, speaking of amoebas, this is completely random and not at all on topic, even a little bit. But, I watched a long time ago, a couple months ago, I watched Game Theory's thing about, Kirby being an amoeba. And that, you know, it was like, whatever, you know, Game Theory, okay, fun, I like Game Theory a lot. So that was interesting and cute. But, like, what's up with that, like, huge, ginormous amoeba? What the fuck is that? How could a single cell be that big? What the fuck is that? How? I don't understand. My science brain does not like it. I don't like it. Why is it so big? How can it be so big? Aren't cells, like, super fucking tiny? How can the cell be that big? What is science? I don't understand science. Yeah, it's a giant amoeba. Yeah, look at it. It's like a fucking brain, but how is it like one cell? I don't understand. It looks like a sponge. Supermassive cells? How does that even work? How does a supermassive cell even work? I don't... It hurts my brain. It looks like a sponge. It just is. But it's not. It's a huge amoeba. Apparently they're actually, I mean, I guess they're super fragile or whatever, but I just, like, I've only ever seen cells under a microscope, I guess, so it, like, hurts my brain a little bit that they would just be, like, not cells. The game theory's level is decreasing, IMO. Some of their theories are kind of meh. I enjoy their content a lot. I know a lot of people don't, and it's, you know, each their own, I guess. I like game theory a lot, but I can see why people are getting kind of bored with it. I know. That's just me. It is a broad classification. That's good to know. Lots and lots of mitochondria. Interesting. Still hurts my brain. Whoa. Not be so. This looks really freaky without the line art. This Jedoan's gonna be. I'm just gonna copy the colors over from the old drawing. Put them into the new. Science hurts. Also gives me. I like science stuff a lot, but sometimes, like, it's too much for me. My reading level's not that great. School and all that, but, like, big old derp sometimes. It's on and then down. I have no idea what kind of bird this was based off, but it is now. Axolotls are not known to be amazing scientists. Axolotls aren't really known to be good at much of anything. The boy was very good today, though, by the way. Speaking of axolotls, I changed his water, and he let me pick him up, and I didn't have to raptor talon him, and he just let me put him in his tank, or in his tub, and I cleaned out his water and all that, and he was very good today. Very excited about the potential of getting food, which was sort of fun. Saw me and was like, yes. But I know if I give you food right now, you're just gonna throw it up, so... He gets a worm every other day, because right now if I give him a worm every day, which he now wants, now he, like, begs for the worm every day, but if I give him the worm 2 days in a row, he just spits it back out. So, the boy no longer gets multiple worms. He gets one worm every other day. That's all he gets, because otherwise he just... He doesn't know that, though. He does not... An axolotl is my profile picture. An axolotl is also that. That's an axolotl. And they're beautiful. The axolotl thinks it's hungry even when it's not. Yes, he always thinks he's hungry. And he thinks that he doesn't realize that he's not hungry. And, yeah. He's a big old dumb. And bring up. Fetch the boy. The boy was very ready for food. Very excited. That's my boy. He's a big old dumb. He's pretty cute. Oh, that's his little battle scar there. He attempted to fight me, and you know, axolotl versus fingernail. He lost. So he now has a brown patch on his hip from that because his what, I don't know if it's not scales, like skin did not heal correctly or heal evenly, so it's just like a black patch on his hip now because I squished him. It's a baby dragon. That's about as big as he gets. He is 11 inches from nose to tail, almost 12. I think he's actually maybe now. But he is as big as he will get. He's salamander of sorts. My environmental science teacher in high school had a bunch of class pets around the room, like a ball python, guinea pigs, rats, Vegas, fish, bearded dragons, a hedgehog, and they were all beautiful, so I always took them all for my free time to go to the room and help take care of them. Yeah, they're great. See you later, Apple. Glad you could come by for a little bit. Yeah, Whooper's... Quagsire's a giant Japanese salamander. He's not a axolotl, technically. But I think Whooper's technically an axolotl. And Mudkip is also technically an axolotl, but Mudkip is inferior. Yeah, he's a very small dragon. They're called, I think they have two names. They're, no, I think they're Mexican walking fish. Colloquial name. They're derpy. They're beautiful. Axolotl apple gravy has left you unsupervised. Oh no. Hedgehogs are legal in most places. I know that they are not legal in Pennsylvania. You can keep them in other states, though, I believe. I don't know about other countries, but, Georgia, California, Hawaii, Pennsylvania, Washington, D.C., and 5 boroughs in New York. Where else? They're pretty cute. One of my third grade teacher had one before they were illegal, and that little hedgehog was super fucking cute. Ferrets are illegal in California for some reason, and I'm not surprised that hedgehogs are illegal. California is a dumb state. No offense to people who live in California, but your state is dumb. Ferrets are? Interesting. Did any of these guys have a bag? Your bag can... You USA guys are weird with your laws. Like, why is a hedgehog illegal and guns are still allowed? Yes. I would like very much to not get on the gun debate, because I've had enough of that for this week, but, yeah, it's stupid that, like, things like hedgehogs are... I know for a fact that, that axolotls are illegal in California because there's a wild species of, there's a wild species of something that lives... It's like a tiger salamander or something, and if people were to release the axolotls into the wild in California, they would interbreed with the tiger salamanders and kind of like screw up the ecology. They wouldn't necessarily be an invasive species, like a full-out invasive species, but they would definitely mess up, you know, things. So, that. But hedgehogs are illegal in Australia. They're legal to import. Interesting. That might be I imagine that's probably an invasive species sort of deal. A lot of the reason animals are illegal is because if they don't have any natural predators wherever you're trying to take them. And they have, the government has no way to regulate whether or not you're going to keep the animal as a pet or whether or not you're going to release it into the wild or whether it could, escape. So, you're not allowed to import or export anything to Australia or out unless you're super official and have several licenses. I imagine you probably have to have licenses for a lot of stuff, yeah. I imagine hedgehogs are probably an invasive species in California, Australia. Australia has had a very long history with invasive species screwing everything up, yeah. So is Hawaii. I mean, that's what happened in, I think it's, in Georgia with, kudzu? That plant's just taking up everything because it's not native to there, so nothing is there to eat it. Same thing with starlings in New York City. There's like a fuck ton of starlings in New York City because there's no natural predators for a starling in New York City. So, as long as kangaroos are okay, who cares? Yes. Falconry is impossible in Australia too, I think, unless you're very special. You have to jump through way more hoops, I'm pretty sure, than any other Western country. Yeah. Kudzu. Starlings? Yes, starlings. I actually did a report in college about invasive species, which makes no sense because fucking college for sure. I don't remember. Ah, shoot. Well, rip. Alright. I get to draw more dots on stuff. Hooray. I'm excited. If you introduce the peregrine falcons, then there's nothing to eat the peregrine falcons, and then the cycle just continues. Yeah, English is weird, dude. I'm impressed that your English is as clear as it is, because English is fucking stupid. We have the worst language. I also can't learn any other languages, though, because I'm an idiot, but... like, I've tried, so... It's actually really weird, though. Cass and I were talking about this the other day on her stream. I tried for a while to try to learn Spanish, and I just could not figure it out, and Spanish still sounds like gibberish to me. Like, I can pick out a word every now and then, but it just doesn't sound like I can't get it. I can't speak it. But the other day I was able to read a document that was almost entirely in Spanish. It took me a couple minutes, but I was able to parse out the meaning. It was really weird. It was like the first time it ever really felt like anything I was doing as far as trying to learn a language had actually paid off. Because for the most part, I was just like in a constant state of just, languages. Falconry is basically a full-time job, requires considerably more attention than your average pet. Certainly, yeah. Well, I'm glad you're here, even though English, doesn't, your English is great, but you seem to not be that comfortable. So, I'm glad you're here, even though it's not, you're having to Google stuff. You also picked a channel with a person who uses a lot of stupid lingo, so... Sorry. My bad. French is English is daddy. French is way more complicated. I've never tried to learn French, so I will believe you on that. I just have a hard time learning other languages. That's why the languages for my fantasy world are all, like, ciphers, and they're all based on alphanumeric. They're all based on, like a letter alphabet, because I can't figure out anything else. This language, and I just run it through a cipher. Like I didn't actually invent new words. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Hopefully you don't have to Google too many of my stupid phrases. Spanish is hard because they speak so fast. That too. It's funny, the more words you know in a language, the slower it sounds, though. When I worked in retail, I was starting to learn Spanish. I was trying to teach myself Spanish, and it was, you know, it was what it was. It wasn't going great, but it wasn't going poorly either. And, like, the first couple weeks into it, I started to, like, I could pick out the individual words that a customer was using if they spoke a lot of Spanish, and if I was standing there with with one of my coworkers, and they were talking to a customer that only spoke Spanish, I could, like, understand certain words. I could pick out a word and go, okay, I know that one. And it started to sound a little bit slower, but, I don't know, I still couldn't, like, I couldn't deal with a whole sentence. Still. I'm still not comfortable, and I'm also not comfortable speaking it back. If you show me a sentence in Spanish, I can probably figure out what it is, but I can't understand. Oh. Main issue is the speed. Like, I understand Spanish okay, and then I can speak it, but they speak it so fast. It is kind of a fast-paced language. As far as I can tell, anyway. I don't know if that's just because I don't understand things, but... Russia's hard because you gotta get drunk on vodka to learn it. You just know swear words in Spanish. I think, French is hard because of the pronunciation, though, isn't it? Isn't that why a lot of people say French is hard? Because you have to pronounce the words a certain way? I think any language is hard, honestly. I think if you don't speak a language, that's just the way. That's the way it is, you know? I think every language is hard in its own way. I think there's always a reason why a language is hard. English is one of the slowest and least efficient languages. Yeah, that too. I am not by any means defending English. I'm not saying that English is great, because English is fucking stupid, but English is harder to read, too, I think. English is really hard when it comes to actually trying to, like, things. With all the different variant pronunciations of words, like read and read, and... Because I can't tell you how many times if I tell somebody what city I came from, like if I write it down, and they're like, oh, you're from Reading, PA? And I'm like, no, it's the other way. Yeah, there's just so many different variants of the same word. Lead and lead. What if you grew up with the language and still suck at it? I mean, that's fair. I would say that is something that happens, yes. French is hard for pronunciation and because it makes no sense. For example, E-A-U is pronounced O. E-A-U-X is pronounced O too, so much shit is pronounced O. Yep. Language is just hard. What's really cool, though, is actually, we were talking about this at work the other day. I think it's Google. I'm sure it's probably it. And it's still in early development, but Google's starting to... I want to say it's Google. I'm just going to say it. But a company's coming up with, it's like an earpiece, and it hears another person speaking, and can translate the spoken word into whatever your native language is. And it's in really early development, so it only does like the standard, like it only does like the most popular languages into English right now. But the fact that our technology is coming along enough that we might, sometime in our lifetimes see, you know, a device that allows us to understand other languages is really cool. I'm sure it needs a lot of development, because obviously Google Translate's like the worst thing ever, but just the fact that that's even in the works, I think is... Universal Translator from Star Trek, yep. Oh, Urk, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stack. Yo es Loso Maravilloso lo mos mucho. My yo Novio is. They did it with Japanese. Oh, okay. Google Translator is trash. It is. Yep. It's definitely not something that's like available now for people to use, I don't think, but the fact that it's in the process of working and they're like testing it, I think that's super cool. I'm sure they'll run it by some actual translators and work out Google Translate's like algorithms so it's better. Amo el pan? There in Spanish? Oh, it's boyfriend. Okay, so my boyfriend is marvelous. I don't know what Amo is either. I'm guessing that's something about I love. I know muchos a lot, so... That's what I mean about, like, my inability to speak Spanish, though. If somebody speaks Spanish at me, I'm like, what? But if somebody posts or types in it, I can kind of parse a meaning out of it, even if it's not very good. Amo el pan, I love bread. Oh, I love the bread, yeah. Amo pan must be I love bread, then. Ugh, languages. They're fun and weird. Someday. Someday I will either learn to speak Spanish or someone will finish inventing the translator thingy and then I won't have to learn the ultimate goal. Either one day learn to speak the thing or don't learn to speak the thing and just hope that it becomes... My mom called Spanish fast Italian. Oh no. I always get Portuguese and Spanish mixed up because they're really similar. They're not the same. They're similar enough that I get them mixed up. Oh, there's like some color on here now. Like that. Did a thing. Fast it. Color of the sky. That's probably... When was the last time you saved? Just now, I think. Maybe. Thank you for reminding me to save, though, because sometimes I do forget. Let's save one more. It just takes, like, 15 years to save, so... I have 10 minutes, and I think I'm gonna try to fill in those buildings in the background just so they're not blending in with the background, so... Hi, Ryberry Bread. What's going on? Or Ribberry Bread? What's going on? WTF? What is WTF? Starts saving aggressively. I always need somebody to remind me to save because I do forget pretty easily. It wouldn't be the first time I lost a thing. Not what I wish to select. Oh, jeez. What hour is it here? It is 9:49, so it's about 10 minutes to 10 minutes to 10. About 9:50. And I'm gonna be done in about 10 minutes. I'm gonna try to fill in these buildings just so they're not blending in with the background so much, and then I think I'm gonna call it a night. At night. It's nighttime. So I need to go to bed because I have to go to work. Oh, so gotta do that stupid job thing. I never thought I'd ever be in a career that I actually wanted to be in and just not want to go to work. My god, the need to not go to work is just... I'm sure there are a lot of you guys who would much rather have my position, but... Man, work gets tough when you gotta redo literally every day. And that it's always bad, and it's always stupid, and you've always done a bad job, and why are you even here? Hard to hear that every day, and I just don't want to. Yeah, it's a 13-hour time difference. Yeah, you're, if you're French, yeah, that's about a 13-hour time difference. It's supposed to be over further than I think it is, though, because the animation studio we work with in England is, in London is, 8-hour time difference, so you guys must be another time zone over from, I think you're doing a great job because you're existing. You could not be existing now. That's the thing. You could very much be not existing right now, but you're doing your best. Sometimes your best is all you got. That's okay. Okay. Select inverse. Fill in all the buildings with... Let's grab... I'm vaguely concerned about that one person who just showed up and was like, what the fuck, and then left. I hope you're okay. I hope that you recover from things. There we go. Paris is GMT +1, which is 1 hour future compared to London. Oh, okay. Oh. I can't count either, don't feel bad. Fix the ground here, and then I think that's gonna be it. Oh. Can't fix the ground because the ground is not broke. Am I redoing this again? Could have just not redone this and it would have been great. Alright, well, I think that's a good place to stop. Alright, see you later, Fanta. Glad you could hang out for a little while. Go exist. Aw, yeah, bread. Gotta love bread. How can you not love bread? So, I will, finish coloring this up at some point in my life. But tomorrow we're gonna do Undertale. And I'm tired as fuck, so I'm gonna get off a little bit early. But, yeah, so we're gonna do Undertale tomorrow. I'm gonna hopefully not get my entire face beaten in by Undyne. That'll be great. Is anybody streaming? Doing that stream. Ah, the Trixel is doing that stream. My guy. Let's go tackle that Trixel. Let's do it. God, there's more guys here than I thought there was. You guys are the best. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I'll see you tomorrow for more things and stuff, and have a good night.